So I've recently been decorating this room. So this paneling here used to be green and now it's grey. And one thing that really sticks out that I don't like is the plug sockets. Now, yes, there's paint around them. I didn't even bother masking them off because there was already green paint on them. So I just painted over the green. You can kind of see the green coming through. Now I could take them off and scrape all the paint off and put them back on. But if I have to take them off, I might as well just replace them. Also, I just don't like how the white sticks out compared to the grey theme elsewhere. Same kind of thing with these. I got a bit of paint around them, but doesn't really matter so much against a white background. So I had a look on Amazon and whatnot. And then again, I went on AliExpress because nearly everything you buy on Amazon is sold cheaper on AliExpress. And came across these, which I think look really, really nice. And that in particular is just going to look awesome up against the grey. It's like a brushed stainless fascia. And then I also got this, which is just a single light switch with this small power icon when the light is turned on. I've purposely only bought one of each in case they're shit and they don't work. So I would have wasted less money. But if they both work well, like any other plug socket, I'll just replace all the sockets in this room apart from the one behind the TV, because you never see it anyway. It was £9 for a double socket like this, or it was £10 for the same, but with two USB ports. So obviously I'm going to spend the extra pound and have that feature. So yeah, and then this one was about £5. So I'm gonna install this one first, and you might wonder, well, how does it even screw onto the wall? Well, this is just like a fascia, so there's tabs where you pop the fascia off, or rather a tab. If I can find it, there we go, right there at the top. So you just get a small screwdriver or pry tool in that gap and the fascia will pop off. First thing I'm going to do is isolate the power, obviously. So just switch it off at the consumer unit. If you're not sure if you've isolated the power, simply plug something into the socket and turn it on. And then if the thing you've plugged in turns off, you know you've isolated it. But I'd also recommend at least a 12 volt tester. They're very cheap on Amazon, or Lidl sells them. There are Parkside ones, like this for example. So we know there's a 12 volt feed there. So I'm just going to isolate the power and unscrew this socket, and we'll go from there. I should also note that before you flick the breaker on the consumer unit, make sure you don't have like a video game paused, or you're recording some live TV or something like that, because it's going to switch your TV off, obviously. So just something to bear in mind. In my case, my consumer unit had two breakers labelled sockets. Obviously one's going to be bottom floor and one would be top floor. I just had to guess because it wasn't labelled, and I got it right. I can also tell because the router turned off, as did well, this made a noise to indicate it's running on battery at the minute, but it made a noise to indicate it wasn't getting any power. And then we got the old 12 volt, and you can see no power. So let's get this off. And now I've got that off. Now I did have to kind of pry it off because there's so much paint around the socket it kind of welded itself to the wall. Just be careful doing that, because you don't want to chip the paint, or you have to waste more time repainting it. So I'm just going to kind of clean up these stones that are in the orifice there. But yeah, pretty straightforward. You got all your lives, which are brown, and all your neutrals, which are blue, and then you have an earth on the right hand side as you're looking at it. With this front panel off, obviously it's going to go doosh like that. And if we look at the top here, the earth point is kind of fake on this side. It's just a cutout, and it's actually located on this side, but that's fine. There's plenty of slack in that cable to undo that and just earth it up on this side. And then you have your where is it, L just here, that's your live, and N for neutral. Couldn't really be any more simple. It did come with a couple of new screws, which are here. You can use the new ones or you can use the old ones. It really doesn't matter because you're not going to see the screws when it's actually on the wall. So yeah, I'm just going to clean up the crap that's in there and then start undoing the terminals. Pretty straightforward. And there we are, all wired in. So you've got your live, your neutrals and your earth just swung over to this terminal here. And before anyone says, oh, that's not the right screwdriver, I know it isn't, and I don't care. The power's isolated, don't cry about it. Right, so let's mount this back on and see if it actually works. Another thing to be mindful of is the back box thread that the screws go into. Let me just pull this back. So you can see just there, you put the screw into, and just here there's nothing but a couple of tabs, and that's because the threaded tab has fallen out. So all you have to do, if in this case it's not too badly damaged and the thread isn't stripped out, you can just hook this back behind the lugs where it was before with some needle nose pliers, and it will hold in position and you can screw it back up again. If yours is rusted out, snapped, or the thread's gone or whatever, you can just buy back box clips on Amazon. There's like 5 or 6 quid or something like that. Alternatively, as more of a bodge, you can drill a hole in the back box and just run a long screw through it into the plaster behind, which isn't ideal, but at the same time you're not really going to harm anything, and it's a hell of a lot easier than replacing a back box, because that will be a bit of a ball ache to get out, and then you have to redecorate around the area. So just something to bear in mind. And hopefully you can see there that that's tucked back onto the tab, so if it does fall out and you can't get it back in, just use some needle nose pliers or a flathead to lift these tabs up and then slot it back in position, and then just use another flathead to leverage the tabs closed. That's a bit loose, but it's not going to go anywhere. Once you tighten it up, it's got torque pulling on it this way, so it will just stay where it is. So that's all good. Let's reassemble. So this is going to be one of those 10-minute jobs that ends up taking days, but essentially this socket with the fascia on here is still slightly smaller than this white one. You can probably maybe just about tell. The actual like decorative fascia doesn't really extend at all beyond this perimeter here. So essentially, because it was like 2 or 3 mil smaller than this white one, it was showing the like mesh which they install into the plaster around the back box. That's just a long way of saying it looked like shit. It looked really tatty. So what I've done is masked off the socket and just applied a bunch of filler around the edge, which I'll then have to sand down and then repaint in this grey, which is fine. I've got loads of grey paint spare. Just a bit annoying. I wanted to get the video done today, but it will just have to wait. In the meantime, I'll flick the switch on the consumer unit and just not use this really until I've sorted all that out. So I'll check back tomorrow once I've repainted everything and put the fascia on. And excuse the kind of colour mismatch there, but it's still drying, the paint is. But there we go, all installed. So let's see if it works. So that one works, as this is just booted up. And let's try this one. Yep, that's also working, as I saw the backlight colour change. And there we are. I've got my phone actually plugged into it right now, and it's charging. I will note that it's not rapid charging, it's just a standard rate of charge, but regardless, that's quite handy to have that function, because I have a lot of like built-in battery things like this which are USB-C, and all of my chargers are upstairs, so being able to just leave something here to charge is quite neat. So yeah, it's not the easiest to install. You might have to do a bit of decorating around the socket, because it, as I said, it's a bit smaller than your typical UK standard white one. But if you can bother to do that, it looks quite neat, and I think it goes really well with the grey paneling there. So yeah, all in all, I'd recommend it. The back of it isn't too deep, so it should fit most back boxes. However, as I showed with the light switch, that is way too bulky out the back, and you're really going to struggle to fit it inside a typical single switch back box. So that's something to bear in mind. Link in the description for this. As I said, you can get them on Amazon under various brand names, but they're almost always cheaper on AliExpress. Cheers.